Now, Ron, you've written a lot on Jewish supremacy. So I guess with that as the background and what we've been witnessing for the last few months, like to what extent do you think what we're seeing, these horrors that we're seeing, are the result of Jewish supremacy?
Well, I think there's certainly an element of that. In other words, you really do have some extremely harsh rhetoric coming from some of the top Israeli leaders. I mean, for example, Benjamin Netanyahu himself has identified the Palestinians as the tribe of Amalek. Now, according to the Old Testament, the Hebrew God demanded that the tribe of Amalek be exterminated down to the last newborn baby. Now, Netanyahu himself is not particularly religious, from what I know, but many of his followers are. And so using that sort of rhetoric is really about as close to a call for explicit genocide as you can imagine. And that, in turn, I think has certainly enabled and persuaded many of the troops involved in the Gaza operation to basically slaughter Palestinians. And I mean, there's certainly a lot of reports of those sorts of massacres coming out, including, for example, just recently, they're seeing some solid evidence that a group of women and children were killed execution style by Israeli troops. They were sheltering in I believe, a school. And when the Israeli troops occupied the school, afterwards they were found shot to death, execution style. So, again, when the top leaders of a country use such genocidal language, when they've killed already tens of thousands of Palestinians in such massive bombardment, then it's not really too surprising that individual Israeli troops would follow through on that sort of directive.